what women want, what women need, and what women wish for. Please welcome a friend of attitudes, Donna Karan.
You know, everybody wants this jacket. So
I know.
Be very careful when you're leaving the building because somebody may take it off you.
They've come from the telephone kiosk to my body.
So
I don't look like Rosemary in it, though.
This Western look, this American look, is this new? Is this something that you're...
No, that's the beauty of it. It's old. I think the thing that I love about DKNY, it's something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. It's all the things that we...
Where did I hear that before?
Right, exactly. It's all the things we grew up with. You know, that we wanted to get into, like our old jeans that we can't fit into anymore.
Believe me.
You know
something, I'm wearing your outfit today, and one of the things that we talked about is how you make clothes for women with imperfect bodies, and I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, it really gets to be, I'm considered probably the most imperfect body designer.
What an honor.
It's great. You know, I fit most women.
You know what's funny, too, because you say your look is very American, which it is, but now I hear people calling you Donna Karan every once in a while. Why are they trying to put this French thing in your name?
Well, it's also Ralph Lauren.
Right.
I think it's Ralph and I whose names get so strangely... It's just Karen.
Yeah. Donna Karan, straight shooter.
That's
Straight
right.
Karen.
You know, you always design with such attitude with women, and your ads always have women portrayed with power and strength and just having control of their lives, you know?
Women for president.
Exactly, that's
your
one of the
ad
latest
campaign.
ads. What are you thinking when you're designing? Are you thinking about a particular woman, or?
Me. When we sit down each season, and everything that I do is where my head is at, you know, and I couldn't help when I saw that pinstripe suit and the lace bustiers we're designing, and I said, this is a woman of power, like, don't mess with me,
That's
fellas.
right.
I mean, there's no question about it, you know. It was so male and female, and I think that's what I design and love the most, is the masculine mixing with the feminine.
Well,
Let's take a
see
look.
some of the clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
How about this?
Wow. There's that masculine feminine again.
This is DKNY. You know, everything you're showing today is DKNY. And it's, you know when you get home from a party and you've got to walk the dog?
Yeah.
And you need the perfect trench coat? You know, and the whole idea of loungewear and intimate apparel. Also, I'm going into intimate apparel now, so I'm doing bras and underwear, which is coming up next year. So I'm testing how to develop the bra.
You can almost see the lingerie look in
It's
that
all
last
happening.
outfit. Yeah.
I always experiment to one from another. And, you know, I've just opened a menswear company. So the whole menswear influence is very strong in the clothes. And mixing the men and the feminine, the white shirt, the long Georgette skirt, the contradiction of clothing, of throwing a pair of sneakers on. These clothes are about clothes you just throw on, not that somebody makes this kind of major look. This is a slip dress. You wrap a sweater around it. It hides a multitude of sins.
Believe me.
Accents your positive and deletes your negative. And they're all sort of washed and wonderful. So what you're seeing here is a contrast of, you know, again, it doesn't matter whether it's long or short. That's not the issue. But you take a sweatshirt jacket and you throw it on top of. What these clothes are about are friendly clothes. Clothes that become part of your closet, that it's not a designer who's telling you what to do. It's about your own personal style.
That's what everybody's saying. Do your own thing, you know?
It's absolutely about your own thing. And it's about, you know when your daughters or myself, you run into your closet and you gotta just throw your clothes on.
Well, we heard that's why you came up with DKNY.
Yeah.
Your daughter said, Mom, I want something to wear.
Yeah, that's fun.
But she was stealing my clothes.
Oh, so now you're making them for her.
Yes, except she still steals my clothes, and now I steal hers.
Listen, you know something? I love to read about all the girlfriends you have. I mean, and you know, your friends are like, to us, they're these big, high-powered women, these stars and the rest. But you seem to have a close-knit circle of real good sister girlfriends. Do you keep?
It's interesting because I think as I've gotten older, I've grown to be closer with a lot of women than I have men. And when I originally started out in business, I was much closer with men than I was with women. And I think women are sharing a lot of things in common right now. Like, the big question is, how do you? You know, how do you handle that? How do you handle this? How do you handle that? Where is your head at? There's so many issues at stake that we're all discussing right now that are such common problems.
Is that
you know,
like, how do you
a
handle...
weight issue, you know, our faces, they're not looking as great as they used to. You know, what's stocking? I mean, it's, you know, all these women's secrets that you share together.
Yeah.
And I always say, you know, women, they just don't have the time for clothes. You know,
And that's
so,
why you make things freer and...
yeah, we don't, we basically, we love to wear clothes, but we don't have the time to shop.
Yeah.
So I guess it's sort of what I do.
Yeah, it was in the paper the other day about how Barbara Streisand was supposed to stay with you in Aspen, and you put in a phone line for her, and you got the room all ready for her, and then she went and stayed with somebody else.
No. That's not what happened.
She dissed you.
That's not what happened. No, Barbara and I are really good.
Barbara dissed Donna.
No, that's not what happened. It's just that I go skiing every morning really early.
Donna said, not at 6:30.
No, I'm a major, I love to ski.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only thing that I put on the skis and I worry about whether I'm getting down the mountain. And not that I'm a great skier, but I do love skiing.
That's great.
And,
well, while we're speaking about out west and coming down the mountain, we've got some Western fashions for you to pick up on the theme that you came in on.
DKNY jeans.
Okay.
Jeans.
All right, model.
Okay, what have we here?
Your favorites. Your absolute must-haves. You know, jeans is a mental. Whether you're wearing it with a beaded bustier, your gabardine jacket, these are easy and comfortable jeans. But jeans is a whole way of life. It is a lifestyle. It's American sportswear, what true American sportswear is. And that's what DKNY is about. You know, these jeans are absolutely for the ones that you had to have again. You know, when you loved your jeans because you wore them out?
Constantly.
But try to fit into those jeans.
You got that right.
So what we did was we did them again for you. So these feel and like they're your best friends.
Oh, wow.
And, I mean, this, for me, conjures up my mood because it was in the 70s that this is exactly how I look. And I was ready to do it again. You know, and I think that's the beauty of fashion. But, you know, it's not the way it was. It always needs a little bit more help to make it modernized. And the idea of suede is sexy, and jeans is sexy, and the overalls, and the whole feeling of the bustier, and really having an enormous freedom.
That's really great. That brings back the walking pants look also. Very nice.
These
Very
are
nice.
There's someone who can wear a bustier.
That's right. And it looks trendy on her. Thank you so much,
And
Donna.
what, you were telling us something about these jeans?
These are the absolute first pair of jeans I ever made, and they were made on my body because I would not approve the jean until I made a size 12.
Yes!
And I have never, I've never taken them off.
Perfect fit. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Donna.
And we'll be right back with some hot guys who are going to tell us what they really think about sex.
What's their